Episode 23. After the death of Kamuz, Tooran army was very upset. They wanted to know about the mighty man who killed Kamuz. There was a warrior in Tooran army called Shahnameh. He went to the center of war zone and shouted, "Who killed Kamuz?" Rostam also shouted louder, "It was me." Shahnameh said, "What is your name?" Rostam shouted, "My name is Death." Shahnameh threw arrows toward Rostam, but Rostam had a big shield and none of the arrows touched him. Then Rostam attacked Shahnameh. Rostam could reach to the tail of Changash's horse. He pulled the tail and both the horse and the rider fell down. Then Shahnameh started begging Rostam to let him go, but Rostam paid no attention and killed him. Humayun was also curious to know about this mighty warrior in Iran army. He went front. When he arrived close to Rostam, he came down from his horse and greeted Rostam politely. Humayun asked Rostam, "May I ask your name?" Rostam did not answer. Humayun said, "In what conditions do you put an end to this war?" Rostam said, "Give Siavash's killers to us. Give back all our wealths. Leave our lands which you invaded." Humayun said, "I will tell your conditions to the king." When Humayun was going toward Tooran army, he felt sure that this mighty man must be Rostam. He told about Rostam's condition to the China's king. The king of China, who felt disappointed of winning the war, told Humayun, "Give the killers to him. This war will end. It is difficult to win them." Humayun said, "It is impossible. The killers you are talking about are close relatives of our king. Afrasiab never agrees with these conditions." Piran decided to go and talk to Rostam in person. When he arrived close to Rostam, he greeted him with politeness and asked about Farangiz and Khosrow. Piran said, "I really like to make peace with you and your country. I am really sad to see that Khosrow, who grew up in my hands, is now our enemy. Please change your conditions. Peace is better than war." But Rostam did not accept his suggestion. When Piran went, Gudars told Rostam, "This man is a liar. Do not trust him." Rostam said, "If they don't want to negotiate, it is not a problem for me. I will end the war after killing all of them." On the other side, Piran went back to Tooran army and talked to China's king and other commanders. He told them, "Peace is impossible. We have no other way than war." The next day, King of India decided to have a battle with Rostam. The two armies were ready for war. India's king started the battle with Rostam. Rostam could easily pull him down his horse. Turanian soldiers helped India's king to leave the war zone. Iran army was more motivated. Rostam and other commanders were helping Rostam. Their power was much more than Tooran army. Rostam could reach to China's king. China's king felt helpless. He told Rostam, "Let's make peace. I promise to be your ally and I will give you precious gifts." Rostam did not accept. He said, "You decided to attack Iran not for Afrasiab, but for your own greed to have part of Iran's wealth for yourself. I will never make peace with you." The two men started the battle. At last Rostam could captivate the king. He took China's king to Iran army. When Turanians saw this scene, they were terrified and they decided to retreat. Rostam talked to his soldiers and said, "This victory is because of God's help. But we cannot stop here. We have to continue the war." That night Rostam ordered some of his soldiers to check the condition of Tooran army. But the soldiers fell asleep. The next morning, when Rostam found that Tooran army was very far, he was angry of his soldiers. He arrested the soldiers for their wrongdoing and sent them back to Iran. Tooran army had left a lot of precious things in war zone, which took several days for Iranians to collect them all. Iran army sent all those precious things to Iran for King Khosrow. King was happy of their victory. Rostam ordered his army to move toward Tooran capital. Afrasiab heard of this news. Though he was upset and sad, he knew war was the only way. So Afrasiab got ready for another war with Rostam. End of episode 23. Thank you for watching.